So, welcome back to the M3P podcast, my third place podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with one of my good friends. We're talking about wrestling on this week's episode, but tonight she has a glow to her. You guys want to know why? Do you want to know why she has a glow to her? Because she finally finished her story. She finally sees
Yay!
Roman Reigns. Let's go.
Yay!
Congratulations, Menace. You finally finished your story before GTA 6 came out. We're never going to get Grand Theft Auto 6, but it's fine. You finished your story. It's all good.
Yay!
Welcome back. We're doing, what is it this weekend? The Bad Blood premium live event. I'm so used to saying pay-per-views.
I know.
I keep saying that. It's like for those that don't know, we used to call them PPVs back in the day. Now it's like, hey, you ready for that PLE? What? What's a PLE? So like, no, I want to call it a pay-per-view still. So we're gonna call it pay-per-view still from now on.
Call it what you want.
Call it what I want. How have you been? What's going on? Tell us what happened. How did that make you feel? Your story is forever done.
I think it was the best SmackDown I've ever been to. Because not only did he come out once, he came out twice.
He came twice.
Came out twice. And of course, you know, he takes so long to come out. It just makes it even more fun. Because, you know, he's not just one that runs out. You know, they hit his music and he runs out. No, he takes his time. You know, and he's just, oh my gosh. Oh, I was on cloud nine the whole night.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are listening to the episode instead of watching it on YouTube, which you can go check it out on YouTube as well. But for those of you that are listening to the episode on YouTube right now at this moment, Menace is experiencing some type of glow at this moment. Some type of, oh my God, I just saw Roman Reigns glow. And not once, but he came out twice. He came twice, ladies and gentlemen. So if I would say
this was the third time I was supposed to see him.
The third time she was supposed to see him. She finished her story. She did it. She finally realized her girlhood dream. Is that a saying? Girlhood? Girlhood dream. She finally finished that story. She saw Roman Reigns live in person twice, and now she's here telling us all about it.
Yes. I loved it.
You loved it.
He's amazing. He looks, and you know, he's handsome as all get out. So,
hey, we were watching at home.
I even made my sign.
You made a sign. What did it say?
I did. It said, "Welcome to Seattle, OTC."
Did you keep the sign?
Of course.
Okay. Good. Yeah, because you even sent out a video. It was like, look where I'm at. It was like, oh, this is some nice seats.
Yeah.
And then we were watching it from home, and you saw. Let's see it. You saw the whole Hell in a Cell
I'll
cage.
go get it in a minute.
Okay. Welcome to Seattle, OTC. That is awesome.
That was my sign.
That's the sign. That's great.
Yeah.
Love it.
My other sign that I made from the other two SmackDowns I went to was when he was still champ, so I just changed how many days it's been.
Aw.
So.
Should have been like,
so
finally get to see him.
I know. I was like, oh. Because at first he was scheduled, and then they're like, oh no, they pulled him. And I was like, I don't want to go then. And then the Tuesday, I think it's like the Tuesday before, they had said, nope, he's going to be there. So we're like, we're going. So
We're going.
me and, yep. So me and two of my sisters were like, we're going. So we found seats that were pretty good. And we're like, yeah. And I lost my mind.
As you should. As you should.
I lost my mind.
That's awesome.
So,
I love it.
yeah.
I would have lost it too.
Yeah. So anyway, so my story's finished now, but of course, if he comes again, I'm going again.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I'm like, I would rather go to SmackDown anyway, so.
Yeah, pretty much. You saw the cage, you saw everything going down, and we're like, she must be having a blast out there.
I was.
That's
it was
good.
amazing. I always loved the energy anyway, but I think it was the best one. Even watching it like on TV is like amazing. And the pyro is so loud. I mean, like, I was like, oh my gosh, every time. It scared me.
It's good. Yeah. At least you weren't sitting ringside when Kane pyro came out.
Yeah.
I was in the
I would have had no
heat.
ears.
I was hot. That shit was too hot. I'm like, it does.
Wow.
It just goes off, right? It's just like, what the hell, dude? Ah!
Yeah.
I'm hot.
Yeah. Yeah. So when his pyro hit, or especially Cody's, it was like bam, 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 bam. And I'm like, oh my Lord. I mean, it was just.
Oh, yeah, you did see Cody, huh?
Loud? Yeah. Yeah.
So you were singing along?
Yes, I was. I'm a Cody fan, but I'm a Roman fan.
You're a Roman fan through and through.
I am. All right. Yeah, and the dark matches were pretty good too.
What'd you see? What were they?
So they had two of them. They had Damian Priest versus Ludwig Kaiser.
Okay.
No, against Gunther. And then Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. That's what it was.
Okay. Nice.
So that was awesome. And then after the match was over, Damian Priest spent a little bit more time like with the fans and stuff. So we're like, we're not leaving until he leaves. So
that's so cool.
Yeah,
I love it.
It was awesome.
I love it. So the day after, what was the last event?
Bash in Berlin, I believe.
So the day after Bash in Berlin, when Drew McIntyre destroyed the bracelet, which was on a Saturday. I'm not gonna say the day after. Okay, the Monday, right. Monday Night Raw. That Monday, WWE tried to sell the bracelet on the shop floor.
Really?
Yes. So what's funny is that it had AJ Lee's and Larry's name still on it.
Okay.
So, like, it was fine. I guess it was fine for them at the moment, but not for the girl who made the friendship bracelet.
Sure.
Victoria A's, who, like, as it was happening on real time on Twitter, like, she tweeted it out, like, hold on, let me double check here real quick.
So WWE tried to make some money off of her.
They and sure she's like, did.
Nada.
Here goes. CM Punk friendship bracelet is now an item you can buy in WWE's official shop. That was on September 9th. Then she tweeted out, a heads up would have been nice. LOL. She was just joking. She was just messing around. She was just joking. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she proceeds to tweet out, it was just supposed to be a gift for Punk, not the whole world.
Yeah.
Again, it's a joke. She's having fun with it.
Sure.
She's just like, I understand. Like, I would have wanted to, like, hey, why are you giving my shit out like that?
Yeah.
Of course, she gets bad blood from about everybody else. The IWC is all on her again now. Then she tweets out, "Thanks everyone for the kind words. No bad blood or anything with WWE. I was just a bit surprised by seeing the bracelet online. We all were like, why are you gonna try to capitalize on that?" She says, she goes on to say on September 10th, "Hi everyone, thanks again for all the nice words and support. I won't be asking for compensation for WWE since they have every right to make bracelets. All I kind of was hoping for was maybe a mention in the description of the product, i.e. inspired by a fan. Throughout this whole thing, I never expected to be given anything from WWE. All I wanted was for people to put a name, face to where the bracelet came from. I completely understand why some of you guys are upset at WWE, and it means a lot to me that people care so much. For those replying to my initial post about me not getting a heads up and saying that you didn't need to, I 100% agree they didn't need to. Illegally, they had no obligation to reach out to me regarding this. But it just would have been nice to have heard it from them beforehand. If they reached out to me about it, I would have mentioned putting CM Punk on the bracelets instead of AJ and Larry. I think more people would have been interested in that, since now it kind of diminishes the whole storyline purpose of the bracelet. WWE did reach out to me last week as a thank you from Punk and invited me to a show next month, but to my knowledge, the invitation had no correlation to them selling bracelets and wasn't offered as compensation. But I am still grateful for them contacting me at all. September 10th. WWE pulls the bracelet off. They take it off.
I wonder if anybody bought it, you know what I mean?
I know, right? But then it's like everybody complaining again, and then Drew decides to voice his opinion as well. Yeah, all this bitching and moaning and crying, no wonder CM Punk is your hero. Tweeted at Victoria. Victoria comes back, "All my bitching and moaning and crying is still not as much as whining as you've done. You're twice my age and acting half of it." Later that day, September 11th, WWE Shop again throws in another bracelet, this time with CM Punk's name on it.
Okay.
And that's it. They redeemed the whole thing. It's like, "Hey, we heard what you said, Victoria. Hey, here's CM Punk's name."
Yeah.
She tweets out to them, "Can I at least get one?"
Yeah, thanks.
For all the trouble. People still throwing jabs at her, shades at her. People in the comments don't get the joke. Everybody's all pissed off. And then, everything is fine. Everything is good in the world now. She also made a graphic, poster for Bad Blood.
Oh, yeah.
With the little things for the bracelet, Punk versus McIntyre, or just Punk versus McIntyre with the bracelet right there with blood all over it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Or Bad Blood on it. It's like she's been making stuff up, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What else did she do? CM Punk is making a bracelet, and then he showed up on NXT to referee the match between Trick Williams and Ethan Page. Which NXT on CW was actually pretty good. It made some good numbers. It was the highest rated show on the network, on that network alone. Nothing's on there right now. It's just all up until later
reruns and stuff.
New shows, pilots, but nothing that's grabbing my attention at the moment. I saw this show earlier. It's called Jones. I was like, it's not All American. It's not Flash. It's not any of those other shows. It's just okay. So CW right now is good. Wait until possibly in the next few months when actual shows show up, and we'll see how it goes. But at the end of Ethan Page versus Trick Williams match, of course, Trick Williams wins. He becomes the new NXT champion again,
And I
2 time.
like that belt.
Oh,
Yeah.
the belts are amazing. Those belts are
Yeah.
metal. And I'm just like, why are they saying that it's meta because of Triple H and Shawn Michaels owning the companies now? They're behind the curtain when they used to be like all about suck it and all that stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
Um,
I saw this I forgot what it was, but they're like WWE should have went with the storyline that Rhea Ripley is Triple H's love child with China.
Wow. With China. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Yeah. Because they're putting her like she's China, and she does the whole suck it thing, so they're like, yeah, that would have been awesome. That would have been the awesome storyline.
That would have been great. I would have loved to have seen that. So at the end, like after the match, what's it say? CM Punk hits Ethan Page with a GTS, go to sleep. So CM Punk does that to Ethan Page, right? And I'm just like, oh shit, something's cooking, something's about to happen. So we're gonna have to find out on Saturday what happened. So that was the NXT and the CW. Raw last Monday night was the last Raw for 3 hours that we're gonna get until it moves to Netflix, and then it's gonna be 3 hours again. Next week it's back to 2 hours. On the card, I guess we could predict these matches as well. Xavier Woods versus Jey Uso for the IC title.
Jey Uso.
Jey Uso, of course.
Yeah.
So does Xavier turn?
I think so. I think he's gonna turn.
He's gonna turn heel. All right.
Yeah. They're gonna break up the New Day just short of their 10-year anniversary.
Are you serious? That's horrible.
It is, but
all right. Well, whatever.
they've been hyping up their 10-year anniversary, so it's like, why not?
Yeah, it's true. Next, Sheamus versus Pete Dunne in a good old fashioned Donnybrook. It's a street fight. It's just a street fight. It's an Irish street fight.
Again. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Pete Dunne here.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because didn't last time they fought, Sheamus won. So
yeah.
I think it's Pete's time now.
Yeah, I guess so. And finally, in the main event, possibly Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the WWE World Title.
You don't think that's going to happen Saturday?
No, that's going to happen Monday.
No?
They already announced it. I know.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's what I get for not watching, right? Okay, so with that one, I say Gunther.
Gunther? Okay.
I don't see them giving
Gunther.
it to Sammy,
It's on a Monday? Yeah, no, I don't see it happening on a Monday. It's like would be like on a pay-per-view premium live event and stuff.
Yeah.
So you didn't happen
for Survivor Series.
Yeah. Save it for Survivor Series. You didn't happen to watch the Vince McMahon documentary, right?
No.
No? Okay, so let me get my notes real quick.
Okay.
So, the Vince McMahon documentary happened. It was just like the same stuff that we've known all along, basically, like no big deal. I actually thought it was gonna like comment on the Grant situation. I hope I'm saying her name right. Janelle Grant. I don't know. I forgot her name. But somebody on Twitter, explained it better than I did. Alyssa, but why Alyssa? She says, so I just finished it. Here's the saying: if you know your wrestling history as it pertains to WWE, WWF immediately prior to and under Vince this documentary will tell you nothing new at all. It's basically the same stuff. So, during the documentary, like towards the end of it, they even show it at the beginning just to tell you, in the first episode, while we were filming this episode, somebody in the background got Vince's attention and told him the news, well, what broke down. And then he, like, everything else was just episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 were just like, okay, he's still there. And up until episode 6 and towards the middle of the episode, he's gone from the chair. He leaves. Like, they're like, okay, so this is what's going on now. And everybody's all like, oh no, they're reacting. There were a few people there that reacted, like, poorly. Like, oh, that's just Vince, you know? Like, you know, that wasn't necessary at all. So, everything is just like, everything was nothing new at all, except for that little moment at the very end of Janelle Grant. So we're like expecting a season 2 perhaps for that one. But she goes on, it is a recap of the same trials, tribulations, successes, scandals, and macho masculine deviance that we have heard about for years, with some input from notable figures in wrestling and media. I do not think it does a good job in portraying and juxtaposition, but not because of any bias. It is because those lines are so blurred that even Vince himself said in the end, he doesn't know which is which regarding the character versus the person. So we have to go back to when, before the documentary came out, Vince came out with his own address about it and said to everybody, it's just like, I just wanted to let you guys know that the person that you see in the documentary is not me. And we find out that he tried to buy the rights from Netflix, and Netflix said, no, we're putting this shit out there. So even though he tried to, like, delete everything that was just done in the 6 episodes, they didn't do it. The last 30 minutes of the last episode is the main part that focuses on the allegations and lawsuit. Nothing new being presented there, which shouldn't surprise anyone. Also, Hulk Hogan says that he doesn't think WWE will survive without Vince. Hulk Hogan is dumb. Stone Cold said he doesn't buy into CTE for some reason. Taker was surprisingly pretty anti-inflammatory. I was worried about what he would come out with. John Cena just danced around things as much as he could once the conversation took that turn. Bischoff did what he does, same with Bret Hart. Dave Meltzer was surprisingly pretty good on there. And Tony Atlas had some great input surrounding the dynamics, the backstage too, which was him being black back then was rough for him, because he said he was touched by a few people, and then the producers asked him, like, why did you tell anybody? And he said, who am I going to tell?
Yeah.
Who am I going to tell?
Yeah, it's funny. I just had this kind of same conversation with the lady that I caregive for.
Yeah.
Because she was the whole thing with the, Diddy coming out and all these allegations. She's like, why did they wait so long? Because they knew that they would get some money. He got famous, and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? A lot of times, I said, they didn't think they'd get caught. They did not think that anybody would believe them. I said, because she had mentioned in our conversation, Bill Clinton and Bill Cosby. How I said, because Bill Cosby told those ladies, who's going to believe you? I'm Bill Cosby.
Right.
So I'm like, that's the thing. These men, all of this celebrity goes to their heads.
Mm-hmm.
And these victims, unfortunately, they suffer in silence.
Yeah.
Now, with all of the, different movements and, people are being encouraged now because there's more support, to come forward, then, yeah, they're going to get some money from, for pain and suffering, but, the damage was done. But she's like, yeah, I just don't understand. I'm like, they don't think they're gonna get caught.
And pretty much he said
and
that.
Same thing, He's like, who's gonna believe me?
Yeah. He pretty much said that and said, "Who's gonna like not who's gonna believe me, but who am I gonna tell?"
Right.
And the producer
Right.
said, "The boss," and he said, "For what? So I can get fired?"
Yeah.
And like right then, you knew, like, oh, he was gonna let everything go, and there was nothing Tony Atlas can do. He just wanted to wrestle. He just wanted to keep his job, so he
Yeah.
had to like let that other man touch him and stuff. Um, Overall, a good watch, a somewhat unsettling yet fascinating all at once look into how that planet of a human being operates in business and in life. Nothing groundbreaking in that it doesn't serve to humanize Vince, but it doesn't necessarily serve to demonize him anymore to people who already knew everything that was out there either.
Hmm.
So yeah, um,
I
that's
still
pretty
want to
much
watch
it.
it,
I still want to watch. It's the same thing,
Yeah, I
pretty
still
much.
want to
Yeah,
watch it.
and yeah,
Because there's probably things that happened when I stopped watching wrestling.
yeah.
So that stuff I don't know anything about because like I didn't keep up with it. So
What year did you stop?
2002.
So ruthless aggression era. The
Yeah.
CTE stuff, Chris
Hmm.
Benoit. Yeah. So basically, that's
Yeah.
it. You'll probably end up reading or watching about that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's that's the whole point of it there too.
It's not that confusing. My name is Rob Harvilla, and I host a show called 60 Songs That Explain the 90s, except we did 120 songs. It took years. It was a whole boondoggle, right? But we finally knocked it off at the 90s, and now we're back with the 2000s. I refuse to say aughts. 2000 to 2009. The Strokes, Rihanna, J-Lo, Arcade Fire, Linkin Park, maybe Britney again, definitely Missy Elliott again, Nickelback, Kanye, probably. Yikes. And what should we call this new show? Oh, that's easy. 60 songs that explain the 90s, the 2000s. I'm serious. This is happening. A new song and a new brilliant special guest every week. I promise this show will be just as loopy and delightful and perhaps even insightful as ever. And I promise to say the colon every time. The world's most inexplicably chaotic music podcast is back, my friends. That's 60 songs that explain the 90s, the 2000s, starting Wednesday, October 2nd, preferably on Spotify.
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Dawn.
And if you've ever watched a TV show and thought to yourself, oh my god, that season finale plot twist was absolutely bonkers,
Or seen a movie and thought, wow, I need to talk to somebody about this train wreck immediately.
then we think you'll fit right in with our podcast, I Hate It, Let's Watch It. We watch TV shows like Riverdale and Emily in Paris.
And movies like Deep Water, Killer Sofa, Rubber, and Deadly Illusions. And we give them the total rinsing they deserve.
It's basically group therapy for movie masochists. So come check us out wherever you stream podcasts.
Hey, it's Evo. We're gonna get back to the episode you're listening to, but first, let me tell you about Dark Fate Creations. Dark Fate Creations are candles that are vibrant, colorful, marble tops, amazing, mouth-watering fragrances, fueled by lovely braided cotton wicks. Paper threads woven into every cotton wick for a clean, romantic, slow, and consistent burn. Each candle is unique from the next as they are hand-mixed and hand-poured right in Grass Valley, California. They use only coconut and soy waxes for a safer, cleaner, and longer burn time. That's almost 72 hours. That's like binging on all 130 episodes of the podcast. All fragrance blends have been heavily researched. Dark Fate Creations not only care about the look, fragrance, and quality of their candles and their other products, but also the effects they have in their customers' homes. So go to darkfatecreations.com. The link will be in the show notes. Bad Blood will take place on Saturday, October 5th. Bad Blood will take place on Saturday, October 5th, 2024 at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific. Hey, earlier this time for you.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to get the kickoff show on Friday or Thursday. one of those. So we'll get to see
Yeah,
more stuff going
probably,
on
yeah.
that weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cover any of the after stuff until we get to Survivor Series, and then we'll start covering those. This will be the first Bad Blood to be held since 2004, and the first Bad Blood to air on WWE's live streaming platform. Reigning WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill will serve as the host of the event. This will be the first WWE event to take place on the same night as an Ultimate Fighting Championship pay-per-view since the two companies merged to form TKO Group Holdings in September of 2023. As a result, Bad Blood will have a start time of 6 p.m. Eastern time to avoid counter-programming against UFC 307. So we're gonna get all the WWE Premium Live events an hour earlier from now on, when it's at like around 6 to 5 p.m. Only if in the States. If it's like somewhere like across the world, probably gonna be in the morning for us. So yeah. First two matches that are here: Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. You know where I'm going. Yeah. No, it's not even that. It's not even that. It's the stipulation that Mysterio will be suspended above the ring in a shark cage. A little. We were like hoping for Dominic on a pole match, but then Dominic on a cage match is fine, totally fine. When it was announced, you can see Dominic saying, "I can't go back there. I can't go back there."
He's so dumb.
He is. So after a mixed tag team match between the Terror Twins and Judgment Day occurred at Bash in Berlin, which the Terror Twins won with Ripley pinning Morgan. Despite interference from the rest of the Judgment Day, on the following episode of Raw, Morgan attacked Ripley and injured her leg, while later that night, Priest and Jey Uso teamed up to defeat the Judgment Day, Balor, and McDonough. The following week, it was announced that Morgan would defend her championship against Ripley in a rematch at Bad Blood, while Priest and Balor also agreed to a match at the event. On the September 23rd episode, it was announced that Mysterio would be locked in a cage suspended above the ring during Ripley and Morgan's match. So, obviously, we're all going to go for one person here, and one person only.
Mm-hmm.
Mommy.
Rhea Ripley, yeah.
Rhea Ripley. That was very too easy.
Yeah.
But what if she doesn't win? Are we like hoping she wins Royal Rumble?
Yeah, of course. But maybe they'll do it again on the Survivor Series.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
Or they could do for Royal Rumble if she still has it. Actually make it a match.
Sure.
But
and
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So we're going with Rhea Ripley, and then as soon as the match is over, she's gonna beat up Dom.
Yeah, they're gonna lower the cage, and she's gonna be there.
I can't go back there. Obviously, the second match is Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. Just explained that over there. In a singles match, regular match. I feel like we've seen this already. Like, can we just move on? Like,
some of the matches even on the show are like, we've seen this already. Mm-hmm. Let's do something else.
Yes, definitely.
But,
else. So, Damien?
Yeah. Of course. But of course, Judgment Day is gonna interfere somehow. But I really think that Damien's gonna win, even if Judgment Day interferes, because he's gonna get tired. I mean, I'm already tired of it, of them beating up Rhea and Damien, when I know both of them, can beat any single one of them, and she can beat Liv, no problem.
True.
So I'm like, they're just trying to get them over. So
Yeah, they are. Next match is CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in a Hell in a Cell match with the bracelet on the line, of course. At Bash in Berlin, the strap match between Punk and Drew. Punk won the climax of the match. Punk retrieved a bracelet that McIntyre had stolen from weeks ago. The bracelet was a gift to Punk, which was adorned with his wife and dog's name. On the following episode of Raw, McIntyre brutally attacked Punk and snapped the bracelet. On the next episode, McIntyre claimed that he ended Punk's career, only for Raw general manager Adam Pearce to inform McIntyre that he would be facing Punk in a Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood. And this is where the whole Ethan Page comes in.
You think so?
Yeah, he's gonna be under the ring for some reason. Like, come out, cost Punk the match, and then there's that match between these two. Yes, Drew has to win. Punk doesn't have to win. Drew has to win this one. So
I'm always gonna say Drew. So
yeah, I feel bad that I've been saying Drew this past few days, past few premium live events and stuff. So I'm gonna go with Drew. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. I don't know. We'll see. But I think that Ethan will come out and then he's gonna show up on the main roster after that.
Okay. That makes sense.
Or CM Punk can go to NXT and just stay there for a while.
Which, that's what they've, all been doing anyway.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if CM Punk went to NXT and fought Ethan Page. But I think it would kind of make sense if Ethan Page came up. Because then they can do their feud and it could be on the main roster. Yeah. So they can do this feud, over, months. And we could see it grow.
Yes. I liked one of his Instagram posts, I think it was his. Or was it Roxanne Perez's Instagram post? Hold on, let me go look for it. There it goes. Yeah, it was Roxanne who posted after winning the match and celebrating backstage. She took a picture with Punk, and then she went on Instagram and said, "Told you Chicago was going to be my town," and then she tagged him. #Tuesday Night Rocks. #End Forever. CM Punk replied to that comment with, "I'm hurt, I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with children." Not a muffin in sight. Not a muffin in sight. There's no, he didn't eat a muffin or anything, but he said that. And I'm just like, as soon as I read that, I was like, this? Really? Wow. Okay. I'm waiting for him to talk shit about the EVPs, which would be Triple H and Shawn Michaels for NXT.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody responded him back with "Cry Me a River." But yeah, so Drew McIntyre. We're going with Drew. Let's go with Drew.
Yeah.
Again, Drew. If we're wrong, we're wrong. Next match, Nia Jax versus Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. On September 13th episode of SmackDown, Jax stated that SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis informed her that she would defend her title at Bad Blood. Bayley appeared and stated that she wanted a rematch. This prompted Naomi to come out and stated that she wanted a title match. Jax then proposed a tag team match with herself and Tiffany Stratton against Bayley and Naomi for the following week, albeit with two stipulations. If Bayley and Naomi won, the woman who scored a pinfall would face Jax for the title at Bad Blood. However, if Jax and Stratton won, the woman who was pinned would be forced to leave SmackDown permanently, which Bayley and Naomi accepted. On September 20th, Aldis announced that the match would be contested as a Tornado Tag Team match. Later that night on SmackDown, Bayley and Naomi won the match while they both pinned Jax simultaneously. Aldis then scheduled a match between Bayley and Naomi for the following week, where the winner would face Jax for the title at Bad Blood, which was won by Bayley.
Mhm.
All right, so is it too early to give it back to Bayley, or
No,
no?
but no, I think Bailey can get it back, but then Tiffany's gonna cash in.
Tiffany cashes in on Bayley, or Tiffany cashes in on Nia because of
Yeah,
Nia
because
grabbing
she was
Tiffany's
not
throat.
very nice. Yeah, exactly. I was like, what? I'd be like, yeah, don't touch me. I'm like, you lost your mind.
Even the whole Tiffany time is like getting hot at the moment. Like, we're all loving it. So if she cashes in now, it'd be great.
Yeah.
If she cashes in at Survivor Series or Royal Rumble, even better. But wait until WrestleMania to have her moment, maybe? Or do it now.
Maybe. Well, she said she would never cash in on Nia, even though they're having a little misunderstanding, I guess you could say.
True.
I think, if she cashed in anytime, it would be, I think it would be a good one, because I think they want to put her, give her the belt.
Sure.
But I think if she did wait till WrestleMania, then she'd have her WrestleMania moment. That would be awesome. She just has to, of course, hold on to it and not lose it like Otis did, that one time. So,
That's true.
but, yeah. I think if she doesn't cash in on whoever wins Bad Blood, she may wait for Mania, because then, of course, it's in Vegas, so that's even more
Tiffany time.
awesome.
Right?
Yeah. So I will say she has grown on me. So because at first I was like, no, I'm not feeling Tiffany Stratton, but watching her wrestle, she's pretty good. She's pretty athletic, and
Yeah.
it's not, she's not just like just throws herself around. She actually is a really good wrestler. So.
She is. And finally, the last match of the night, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus the Bloodline Timu version, Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. And is it a Bloodline Royal match? Is it?
Not that I know of, but, we'll probably hear on Friday. Because, Solo will come out and be like, oh, well, since, blah, 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 our last match was Bloodline Rules, why not?
Why not? On the September 13th episode of SmackDown, Rhodes successfully defended the title against Sikoa once again, this time in a steel cage match. You were there.
Yeah.
Following the match, Rhodes was attacked by the Bloodline, which prompted Reigns to come out and assist Rhodes. Later that night, Sikoa proposed a tag team match with himself and Fatu against Rhodes and Reigns at Bad Blood. Rhodes initially declined, stating that his feud with Bloodline was over. Later, Reigns addressed the fans and stated that he did not need Rhodes' help as it was family business. Rhodes appeared, seemingly teasing a title rematch between himself and Reigns. However, both were ambushed by the Bloodline. Rhodes and Reigns subsequently signed a contract, thus making the tag team match official for Bad Blood. And we're gonna get it on Friday. It's on the Bloodline Rules match.
Oh, sure.
And then also on the Pat McAfee show, Cody Rhodes showed up, and like as they were ending and stuff, and everybody saying bye to each other, Pat's all like asking Rhodes like, "Hey, so is it true the big guy's coming back?" And Rome's all like,
yeah.
I don't know, is he?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about? What are you trying to do to me? It's like,
Yeah.
and then when Pat McAfee's like, that said it all right there. Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Cody's just like, shut the fuck up.
I know. He probably
so-
did tell him that.
So the big guy, The Rock.
I don't know. Unless he's talking about Jimmy. No.
Unless he's talking about Jimmy, which, like,
He's not the big guy.
Rikishi tweeted, like, the past few weeks, like, everybody pay for Jimmy, and we're all thinking something was wrong with him. No,
I know.
he's just like, just pray for him. That's all. Just, why can't I pray for my son? Like, nah, dude,
you
something's
can pray
up.
for your son. Just don't be trying to make it seem like something's wrong with him. Because I think I heard he's like, I'm okay, dude. I don't know why he's like, prayers up for me. So
Sounded ominous. Like, what?
I know. Yeah, Rikishi's just trying to stay relevant. Because he's all upset that with the whole Jay and Rhea, we're like, look, they're all married, so it's not like anybody's trying to ruin anybody's marriage.
Oh, Rikishi's still talking about the old school, and like, he's still saying something's gonna happen where to the extent of Sonny and Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart, or actually not Bret Hart, it was British Bulldog. The reason why Shawn Michaels said it to Bret Hart at that time was because he thought it was something going on there, when in reality, Bret Hart was keeping it hush from his sister, from his own sister, that British Bulldog was cheating on her. I'm like, really? That's horrible.
It is.
All right, so who's winning this match? Is Jimmy coming back? Are we gonna get the long Talaloa Tamatanga and Tangaloa Tanga, one of those. Are we gonna get Jimmy? Are we gonna get Jimmy and Zilla, or are we just gonna get nobody in here and just one of them? Or are we gonna get Roman Reigns to turn on Cody, and it was a ruse all this time?
No.
No, okay. So much has happened.
I know. Honestly, I think Roman's going to keep his word and, be having Cody's back. He's going to, do the honorable thing. Afterwards, I don't see him, shaking his hand. If they win, I don't see him like being all chummy with them because he has an agenda. He wants the belt back,
I just want to see Paul Heyman back. That's all.
Yeah.
I miss him already.
Yeah. I did notice that of course, when Roman wasn't there, the show wasn't the same. It was kind of boring.
True. It's true.
And I love SmackDown, so it's not like, I would rather watch SmackDown than Raw. Mm-hmm. But it's just the whole vibe of SmackDown was off. Even though Roman was part-time, it still was a really good show. It got boring till he came back, and it's like, and I guess I'm just tired of, the bloodline thinking they could do whatever they want, and I'm like, Solo, they gave him too much credit by calling him the tribal heir, so I'm like, no,
that's true.
You should have never left, but it's just like, but I will say, his promos have gotten much better now that he's actually talking, I just don't like the whole, he's trying to be like Roman and be like, acknowledge me, because it just doesn't work.
Not only his promos getting better, the fact that he's doing some comedic stuff now outside the ring.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
you two hate each other. What are you doing?
I
Fight him.
know.
Fight
He's
him.
trying to be, yeah, exactly. He's like, he don't like you. He don't like you. You know? Yeah, we already know that.
Instigating some stuff in the background.
Mhm.
So, once again, we got who? Cody Rhodes and Roman, or we got Bloodline?
Yes. Yeah.
Cody
no,
Rhodes?
I got Cody Rhodes and, yeah.
All right, so
Roman can't lose his first PLE. Come on now.
I don't think it's in his contract. I think he has a
Yeah, really.
Hulk Hogan
I have
contract
to
going
win.
on.
Yeah, really.
Win every match. So once again, the lineup is Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship with Dominic Mysterio suspended above the ring in a shark cage. We didn't get that Dom on the pole match. Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in the Hell in a Cell. Nia Jax versus Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. And Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. We pretty much voted on the same people here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We're back in sync. No.
We're back in sync. Yeah. No, for real. Hold on. So once again, Bad Blood will take place on Saturday, October 5th at 2024 at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific. You're going to get it earlier. Lucky you. That's it. That's it. Right? We're done?
That's it. No.
Well, anything else we got to
5
discuss?
matches. It's all good.
5 matches, the Netflix show, NXT on the CW, Raw moving back to 2 hours, the friendship bracelet. Oh, yeah, we established everything on this show, on this episode. Not bad, and since everything got deleted, not bad. I might have to wing it again next time. I don't know. We'll see. What do you think? Not bad for my first time winging it, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, not bad.
All right, cool. I'm a pro now. I
Yay.
don't need a script anymore. All right.
Yay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Like I sometimes need a script. Not this moment.
Yeah.
All right. That's gonna do it for us tonight. Check us out on the web. Is that how I end the show? I don't remember.
Check us out on the socials.
Check us out on the
Anywhere you
socials.
can get your podcast. Or come hang out with us in the live.
Menace, go for it. Menace, go for it. Where can we find the podcast at?
Anywhere you can get a podcast. So Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Pandora, YouTube. Yes, you can watch us on YouTube. Let's see where else. Yeah.
That's about it.
Oh, iHeart, I think too.
iHeart.
So,
That's still around?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I might take them all out and then just leave them on
Yeah.
Apple and Spotify.
Okay.
And then you still use Pandora?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it there then for you.
Yeah.
The rest of it, I'll just take them off. Nobody's listening because I'm there. If you want to support the podcast, listen to us there, or come hang out with us in the chat with the rest of the M3P community at Evolution of a Geek. Yes, that's about it, right? Join us next time for more awesome stuff, more interviews, more predictions, horror stuff. It's October 2nd. And what is this, From Under the Apron?
Yeah, see my shirt?
Oh, she's wearing the old school shirt. Wow. That's awesome. I wish you could have told me this. I would have worn my old one. I still have a sweater. I still have a hoodie.
I was like hoping you'd see it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
my hair is kind of covering it. But
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I'm Evo.
I'm
That's
Menace.
That's Menace. Thank you for stopping in. I'm Tom Cruise. Have a great night. Bad blood. That's gonna show up on the thing. The heartbeat's gonna show up on the YouTube. Like, what the hell is that?